Hello, hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mawusi Ragland, and I'm so happy to be here with you all today. So, thank you so very much for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? I hope that you are having the best day of your life. I hope that you're in good spirits. And I pray that all is well with you today. And I want for you to know that you are absolutely wonderful and you are special and you have greatness within you. Yes, you have greatness within you. Yes, you do. And I came about because I remember it was a time in my life that I was in a dark place and I wanted help getting out of that dark place. And it took so many years and so much time of my life. And I made it back around to tell you that whatever it is that you're going through today, make it the best day of your life. And if you're going through something and you just can't seem to come out of that depression or that feeling of that sadness, I want you to hang in there and know that you will be all right. Give it time because life is about growing. And when you're growing, you go through the pains of life and the trials and the tribulations of life because life is not easy. It's very hard. It's complicated, but it's all right because if you have enough strength and you have a positive mindset and you know, hey, I'm just here for a little bit and that's all right. I'll get through this. Know that you will get through that. Know it because a lot of people don't get through it. A lot of people will take their own life. A lot of people can't make it through because a lot of people give up, right? And you don't know what the next person is going through. But I do know this. If you hang in there and you tell yourself that you will get through it, and you tell yourself, because you have to talk to yourself. You have to tell yourself, hey, you know what? I'm going to get through this. This is hard. Oh, yes, and it's tearing me down right now, but I'll get through this. And you keep going through, and you will get through it. Yes, because there's life in the words. Yes, in the tongue. There's life or death. But we speak life. Why? Because life is worth living and life is wonderful. If you look outside your window right now, you'll see all the beautiful things. You'll see all the heavens, the earth, the trees, the birds, the things that life has to offer you. And it's beautiful, but it's about your mindset. It's about what state of mind are you in right now? Are you living the life that you want to live, or are you just kind of going through the motion of life? Because sometimes we go through the motion of life, just trying to get through the day. But you know what? It's great when you finally can turn it around and say, I'm going to live this day because this is my day and this is my life. And for this life that I have, I'm going to live it the way that I choose to live it because I have the strength to take me where I want to go in this life. It's all about knowing, right? It's about knowing that you can get to that destination in life and traveling down that lane. And yes, it's lonely, but you know what? Getting there, that's what you want is to get to that point in life because life is about making decisions and making things happen. And most people will give up. I see it all of the time. Most people will just give up on themselves. I'm telling you, will have a great dream, a great game plan. I'm talking about that can take you straight there, but you must focus in and get into that thing that it is that you have to get to, right? And it takes focus. And I'm talking about laser focus to where you don't look to your right, you don't look to your left, you go straight ahead. You have like tunnel vision, okay? And I'm talking about you see it and you're going because you know that you're going to get there. But see, most people, they'll stop on their dream by talking to other people. Oh man, you can't do that. And then it's, you find yourself not doing it. So that's what I say. Don't tell your dreams to everybody. Some things you have to keep to yourself. And you have to just get there. And it takes people. It takes communities. Because you have to get out and you have to build. You have to sell yourself, right? Because this is what it is, your brand. This is what you're trying to do. This is what you're trying to get to. And this is all you, right? So you have to make these things happen for yourself. And it takes so much time getting there, right? But you're going. But most people will say, "Nah, man, I'm tired. I'm just going to pull over and I'm just going to stop because there's too much. It's too much that I have to do. And it's too many people that's like blocking me getting in my way. But no one's blocking you getting in your way. It's you. So what are you going to do?" Most people say, "I'm tired. I'm just going to throw the towel in. I'm done." But no, don't throw that towel in. Don't say you're done because you have a life to live. And it's worth taking each step along the way, those miles. It's worth it. It's worth getting there. The victory. Yeah. They say victory is not always winning the battle, but rising every time you fall. Yeah. That's where it's at. Right? You rise every time you fall. Haven't you been there when you're falling, but you know what? You don't stay down. You rise back up and you keep going. You stay in the fight, and it's life. Yes, it's hurdles. It's that long haul, but you'll get there. You'll finally get there, but you must keep going. So that's what it's about. Life is, and it's a beautiful thing. Life is beautiful, and life is what you make of it. And a little bit about myself. I grew up in Las Vegas with both of my parents. My father was a drug addict. He liked crack cocaine. He told my mom when he met her that he had the addiction, but she stayed with him. I said, "Mom, why'd you stay with him?" She said, "Because I loved him and I thought that he would change." I said, "Wow." Yeah, but he didn't change. She stayed with him for a long time because I was a little girl. She divorced him when I was around, I want to say 8 or 9 or 10, around that time, yes. And I was happy that she finally left him because it was sad, the arguments and at those times I didn't like that. I didn't like no anyone being mean to my mom. And I was a daddy's girl, but no, not when it came to mama, not when it came to my mother. No. She's this little lady, about 4'9", weigh 89 pounds. Just a little thing. A little 4.5, 5 shoe she wears. And I mean, the cutest thing is she's still with us today. She's beautiful. I mean, her heart, she has a heart of gold. She still does. And because of that, she's always been taken care of real good because of the person she has been in life. She lived life, my mother. She's 72 today. But she always lived her life through giving and helping people. And because of that, I'm the person that I am because of her. Watching her bring people home and feeding them and clothing them. And taking time with people, listening to them. If it was a woman that was abused, that was trying to leave a situation, she would let the mother and the children come and stay at our house so they can get back on their feet. and they could be safe with us and our families. My mother did things like that. When you do things like that, life serves you because when you get back so much. It's a power in giving. There's a power in giving. And I never understood why so many people can be so selfish and so heartless and just selfish, wanting everything to themselves without ever sharing. How could you live a life that way? To live a life and not share, and not to help, and not to care. How? If there's no life in that, you see, either you don't get any love or any life from being selfish, but you get love and life from when you give, when you have an open heart and you live through a heart. You have a heart centered, a heart. You live through a heart centered, right? And you live hard through your heart, and it's centered there. It's centered there because you're living through your heart, right? And that's powerful because that's what makes life so beautiful. And the Woo Rag Motivate, my name where it comes from, Woo Rag, I go by Woo Rag. The Woo Rag comes from Woo Rag Motivate, and that's a foundation where we help the homeless communities, and we clothe and we feed them. And later in life, we'll get a grant, which I'm working on now, so that eventually I can get a building where they can come, they can shower, and we can have medical people come out and see about them. And so I get personal things right now and do those types of things and feedings. And a lot of people come and help me. And because they say when you give, help automatically comes to you. And that's why I don't understand why there's not so many people out there helping. But because I spread my word and I live the way that I live, so many people are now helping. And even in their communities, in their cities, I get people that call me and they tell me that they're helping now in their cities and their communities, and they're getting grants and so many different things that they're applying for now because it is so beautiful when you spread love. And not enough people spread love, and not enough people do the right thing, you know? And like Napoleon Bonaparte said, the world suffers a lot not because of the violence of bad people, not because of the silence of the good people, right? But because of the silence of the good people, the world suffers a lot, right? Because of the silence of the good people. And I don't want that to die out. I want that to manifest itself so that the good people can come out and they can speak, and that they can work on themselves and are in the world with other people, because everybody have a gift, right? And when you have a gift, you have talents that you haven't even tapped into. But I'm here to tell you that you have gifts and you have talents that you haven't even tapped into yet. And I want you to say that out loud. Say it right now with me. I have talents. I have gifts that I haven't even tapped into yet. But from this day, here on out, I will begin to tap into my talent and into all my gifts. Yes, because I am made for this. And that's what you say to yourself so that you can start moving, because words will move you. And that's why I built positive communities that other people, just words so that you can hear words from me, from someone else, because when you build positive communities, it helps. My mentor, Mr. Les Brown, he taught me those things, and it really works. It makes a difference, and it brings people together. And sometimes you may just need to get somewhere where you just need to hear that voice, someone telling you something. And that one word of you listening to that person can change your life. Just like that. Just by saying something that resonates with you, that connects with you, that hits your heart. And it just ignite something so powerful inside of you that you didn't even know that was inside of you. So that's why I tell you that you have so many gifts and talents that you haven't even begun to tap into yet. But I'm here to tell you that you have those gifts and talents. So tap into them and explore yourself and bring that out, and you can live off of that. I didn't know these things until I heard the words that were given to me and it resonated with me, and my life started changing just like that, right? Because the words, it's life within the tongue, right? It's life and death within the tongue. That's why it's so important to have your mindset, right? And to deal with that with only with feed it positivity, feeding your mind, your body, your soul, right? Not just feeding the insides with nurturing with food, but nurturing with positive, fruitful words that are juicy, you see, that are just gonna just resonate with you and make you feel so tingly and so good inside, right? And it just does something to you. You can start making moves. And that's where I come in to tell you that you have so many gifts and qualities. And so for me, it started when I was a young girl watching my mother, because I had a role model. She was my role model. I had my father, and he just spent so much time with me and loving me and everything, despite his drug addiction, and everything, right? Because he was able to keep loving on me, keep and being a part of my life. Because my mom, see, she was believing, still having that faith in him, even though the drugs and everything, it took him down, but she still had that. So because she still had that love for him, that faith, within him, I was still able to be enjoying my dad, at that time and stuff. So, I grew up with two loving parents and everything. And my father, he's transitioned now, but you know what? He was fun. He was a great guy, to me. He was my father, but everybody, have their own stories about, daddy and everything, because I'm the baby in the family. And he brought me and my brothers and sisters together. And I thank him for those things because, without my father, I wouldn't have been able to know my brothers and sisters on his side, you know. And my mom took them in and raised them too. So I'm just thankful for both my parents, and things were not ever easy in my life. I didn't have an easy childhood, but my mom set it up as pretty as she could for us. Our house was beautiful all the time and just immaculate. That's my mom. She is this beautiful woman, and we lived very good, even though we didn't have a lot of anything. But you couldn't tell that we didn't have a lot of anything because of how she was, how the quality of life that she lived within, a clean home, beautiful things, and but we had troubles in our homes and everything, because after she divorced my dad, she married other men and everything, and having stepfathers were not it, period, because it was like you get one of one trouble, you get rid of one person that's trouble, and you pick up something else that's trouble. Because a lot of women, what happens is, this is what women do. A lot of women pick men, and they're still like the one that they just got rid of. And that goes with men too. A lot of people they keep attracting the wrong person still to them, but thinking, oh, I can get rid of you, but you'll get another one just like that. So you have to be very careful on who you choose, and you have to know, who is it? What type of man or woman are you looking for? You have to be specific. And if something is not right with you, okay, right. But you need to take the time to examine, what am I doing wrong? Why do I keep picking up the same type of person? So you want to be careful on those things, and which that happens with a lot of men and women. Moving too quick, moving fast, and not ever getting that mate that they really need, because it really takes time and patience and really knowing someone so that you can make good decisions, and not have to repeat the same mistakes with different people over and over and over again. So I always been a very happy young lady, and I will tell you that life is definitely worth living. I have had some traumatic things happen into my life, and that's why I started speaking. I'm a motivational speaker as well. And because I want the world to know that you can get through whatever it is that you're going through today. Do not let this be your final decisions. Don't let this be it. There's so many people that give up on themselves and or love. We'll say they'll be 55. I'm never dating again. Why? Oh God, no, I never want to get hurt again. There's somebody for you. Why would you just give up? Why? But because most people, they just stop. They just really stop and give up on the things that they know that they can have because they don't want to take the time anymore or to put energy into things that may hurt them again, and they just stop. A lot of people are still with people that are not even in a relationship or married to, and they're still not moved on. They're still letting their old ex still be in their lives. And that's hindering you from even moving on. So a lot of people aren't truly living. They stop and they give up because it takes a lot of work to live in order to make anything work and to be happy. That goes with the job. Most people don't, they hate their job. They hate their job. They're like, I do not want to wake up tomorrow. I do not want to go to that job. So what do? Have a heart attack and die at 8 o'clock in the morning, going to work, going to a job that they hated, that they don't like. And that really happens. And it's why would you continuously go somewhere that you don't like, that you hate, that is making you so miserable? So most people are living a misplaced life, right? And in order to live a life that's worth living, you must make choices and decisions that are going to get you to where you want to be. So that takes time. And I want you to have a journal. I want you to keep you a journal and write down what it is that you want. What goals are you trying to go after? Because in this life, you have to have like a roadmap. You want to keep things written down so that you can go back and say, oh, well, this is where I started and here I am now. So you have something to go off of. Okay. So that you don't stop or you give up, and you know that you'll get there. And it takes time. It takes courage. In order to do great things, you must let go of fear. You have a voice. I want you to know. I want you to speak up and speak out. And I want you to truly live the life that you are meant to live, because you are worth it. You are. Yes. Every single day of your life, I want you to say to yourself that I am worth it. Today is my day, and I will make decisions that will bring me closer and closer to the things that I want to have in my life. Yes, live a life that you truly love and that you truly want to live. It's your life. You don't hold yourself a prisoner. So many people hold themselves prisoners to themselves because of their state of mind that they're in. If you can work on yourself each and every day, I want you to take out 10 minutes to yourself starting right now today. When I am gone from here, I want for you to write down things that you are grateful for. I want for you to meditate for 15 minutes. Go on YouTube and write in the box meditation. And you can go into a place and tell yourself affirmations of all positive things. And I want you to heal yourself so that you can begin to understand why you're here, what your gifts are, so that you can start moving towards all of the things that you want to go towards. This is your life. And I want you to live it the best way that you possibly can and strive to be happy. I've always been happy. I woke up happy. I'm always happy. But there's some things that can make me just say, what? And just, I can go there real quick, right? But you know what? I have humor because I love laughing. It's a way of life. And without laughter, what is there? You must laugh. It gives you life. It heals your body, your soul. Put on some comedy. Do the things that you love and like. Most people do things that they do not like at all. And they suffer. And I say, why do you do those things? Say no to them. Say no. And start saying yes to you. Saying no to them and saying yes to you. Because that's all that there is. You have to take care of you first. And I want you to know that you are absolutely powerful. And you deserve to be happy. Yes, you deserve it. And I won't tell you anything different. I made it back around to tell you this. And this is for you. Sure, this world is full of trouble. I ain't said it ain't. Lord knows I've had enough and double reason for complaint. Rain and storm have come to fret me. Skies are often gray. Thorns and brambles have come to beset me on the road. But say, ain't it fine today? What's the use in always weeping, making trouble last? What's the use in always keeping thinking of the past? Each must have his tribulations, water with his wine. Life, it ain't no celebration. Trouble, I've had mine. But today is fine. It's today that I'm living, not a month ago. Having, losing, taking, giving, as time wills it so. Yesterday, a cloud of sorrow fell across the way. It may rain again tomorrow. It may rain, but say, ain't it fine today? My name is Mawusi Ragland. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm known as Woo Rag, and I want to tell you that if a sorrow of cloud comes across your way, I want you to push it aside and say, ain't it fine today? Enjoy. Thank you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time. Enjoy.